I haven't done a mini podcast in a while, so here's a fun little story that came about in the early 2010s. Former Dragon Gate wrestler Naoki Tanizaki came up through the short-lived Toryumon X. In early 2012, he was a member of the heel unit Blood Warriors, but he was taken out of action early in the year with a shoulder injury. Shortly after that, someone else showed up in his place. Tomahawk TT, later known as T-Hawk, started wrestling as Naoki Tanizaki. Note the slightly different spelling. Using his moves, his ring gear, and he even wore fake tattoos that looked like the ones the real Tanizaki had. After the real Naoki Tanizaki returned from injury, he challenged the imposter Tanizaki for the rights to his name, but he actually lost that match. The imposter told him that all his whining about losing his name reminded him of the crying of a dolphin, which in Japanese is the sound QQ. Tanizaki is from Toyonaka, Japan, so the imposter said that due to the stipulations of the match, he would choose to rename the real one Mr. QQ Toyonaka Dolphin. He was forced to use this as his ring name for 6 weeks until the two had a rematch for the rights to the name. This time Mr. QQ won his real name back from the fake Tanizaki and decided to rename him Mr. PP Tomokamai Penguin. Afterward, the newly restored Naoki Tanizaki forgave Mr. Penguin and saved him from an attack from Mad Blanky, who had turned against him. Penguin then went on excursion to Mexico and came back as T-Hawk as part of the Millennials unit. But by the time the real Tanizaki got his name back, the fans had started taking a liking to Mr. QQ's oddball name, so he combined it with his real name, and for the next 2 years he was billed as Mr. QQ Naoki Tanizaki Toyonaka Dolphin. And yes, I got that in one take. He kept that name until he turned heel in 2015 and finally went back to his real name. Over the next year or so, he started working more on the indies and gradually phased out of Dragon Gate entirely. Nowadays, he can mostly be found at Ring Soul, one of the smallest wrestling venues in the world, in Brother Yashi's promotion Kobe American Pro, but unfortunately he wrestles there under his real name. And that's the story of perhaps the weirdest name in wrestling history, Mr. QQ Naoki Tanizaki Toyonaka Dolphin.